This is the new DJI Osmo Mobile 7, a gimbal for your smartphone that has some surprising features, like a tracker with a built-in LED light, extension rod, and even a microphone receiver. But is it the ultimate accessory for your phone? Well, in this video, I'll walk you through everything you need to know from its setup to its various uses to help you decide. Back to Think Media, Nate here. Now, DJI sells two different models of this gimbal, the DJI Osmo Mobile 7 and the 7P. The key difference is that the 7P comes with a few extra perks like the extension rod as well as the multifunctional tracking module. DJI kindly sent us out the 7P for this review, but just to be clear, everything that I share in this video is my own opinion. With that out of the way, let's talk about setting up this gimbal, and it is very straightforward. You can simply flip open this gimbal and it will automatically power on for you. Next, you want to attach the phone clamp to your phone, and it is adjustable so it fits most smartphones, even with a case. Once your phone is secured, it automatically snaps onto the gimbal with a strong and reliable hold. And if you have the 7P model, you can also attach the tracker to the side using magnets. This not only keeps it in place, but also powers the tracking module through the connection pins. From here, you're ready to start shooting, but if you want to unlock the full potential of this gimbal, you want to make sure you connect the Bluetooth to your phone. And if you plan on using the DJI Mic Mini, then you want to plug in the included USB-C cable to your phone for seamless audio. So let's put the Osmo Mobile 7 to the test. Right now, I'm doing a little bit of a walking test just to see how smooth we can expect it to look. And honestly, that looks pretty good. Let's take it up a notch and let's start running with it just to see. Man, it's pretty smooth. So now I'm going to be using the back cameras, and I am on the ultra wide camera. And this looks really smooth and cinematic. Let's go ahead and run with it. Looks pretty good. So here's a walking test with the normal 24mm lens. And now let's run. And for fun, this is the 120mm lens, super zoomed in, walking, and then let's run. Now, I grabbed a few different shots by using the extension rod, and this was super useful when you are trying to get higher and lower angles. But not only that, you can actually tilt the head of the gimbal even if the extension rod is out, and this made shooting a lot more comfortable. Because if you are shooting with a phone, it can be often difficult to get low angles because you can't really see what's going on. But by tilting the head, I was able to film much more comfortably without needing to kind of lower myself into the right position. Now, a big mistake I see a lot of beginners make when they are first using a gimbal is they kind of just pick it up and aimlessly film around, just grabbing different shots. And while the gimbal is going to help smooth that out, for the best results, you want to be very intentional with your camera movement. This will keep your movements more controlled to get that steady cinematic look. So far, I'm really impressed with how smooth this gimbal is. It is managing to handle all these different movements, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let's talk about using this gimbal and its various gimbal modes, which all can be adjusted by pressing this M button. And this first mode that we're shooting in is the follow mode. This will smoothly follow your pans and your tilts while keeping your horizon nice and level. Next is the tilt lock mode, which is going to lock the tilt angle, but still allow you to get smooth side-to-side pans. Then we have the FPV mode, which is going to free up all movement, including roll, so you can get that immersive drone-like feel. Lastly, we have the spin shot mode, which is going to allow us to get 360-degree barrel rolls for creative rotating shots. And then anytime you want to re-level your phone camera, just double-click the trigger and it will recenter, or click it 3 times if you want to use the rear-facing camera, like so, or flip it back for the selfie camera. If you want to change the orientation of your phone, just double click the rotate button here, and just so quickly you can go from vertical to horizontal and back again. Now let's dive into a few features that makes the Osmo Mobile 7 such a great accessory for your phone. When it comes to shoot great quality videos, there are a few things you want to keep in mind. We like to use the acronym AVLS, which stands for Audio, Video, Lighting, and Stabilization. And the Osmo Mobile 7 does a great job at all 4 of these. First of which is the improved active track. And this is a promising feature for solo creators as it ensures that you or your subject stays in frame even if they move around. And this works for both horizontal and vertical content. So if you're looking to upgrade your Instagram Reels, your YouTube Shorts, TikToks, this is a quite unique feature and a quite handy gimbal. And something that is super useful when you are using the tracker is gesture control. So if I want to start and stop recording, I can just simply hold up the P sign and now it starts recording the video. But now let's say I want to track me, I can hold up my palm like so. And now it's going to track me. Let's say I want to adjust the level a little bit to get some proper headroom. And now this will follow me around and I'm totally hands-free, remote filming. And let's say I like the composition right here. I can pause it, do my video right here. And this feature alone is just a nice and easy way to help speed up your production workflow. If you are a solo shooter, maybe you don't have a cameraman like I did today. I was just shooting by myself. This is a pretty neat little feature. This tracker is also useful if you are filming by yourself. So if I happen to move the gimbal away, it's going to try its best to keep my face in the center of the frame. And that's pretty useful, especially if you go with some higher angles or even some low angle content. So just another convenient feature about this gimbal. And perhaps my favorite feature of the Osmo 7P is the fact that you can connect the DJI Mic Mini directly to the receiver. And with a simple USB-C cable, you plug that into your iPhone, and that just makes it a very streamlined setup. Right now I'm recording with the DJI Mic Mini, so you can just get a sense of how great of an audio this is. I think this feature is such a game changer because if you had to use the receiver with your phone on this gimbal, chances are it's going to bump into the gimbal and mess up your shot. So just getting rid of all of that and you just need to buy the little transmitter is so awesome. And just when you thought they couldn't add any more features into this tracking module, they decided to include a little LED light. To turn it on, all we have to do is hold down on this left side toggle, and that adds in a nice bit of kick of light to your scene in those low light situations. You can adjust the brightness through this toggle as well. Click it in, and then you can adjust the color temperature. So if you want it a little bit more warmer, you could also do that. Here's an example of what this light looks like with my big light turned off. And while this may not be the most flattering light, it's definitely useful in a pinch in those low light situations. Last feature I want to mention is the overall convenience. The Osmo Mobile 7 is super easy to set up. It literally turns on as you flip it open and you're ready to go. Plus the integrated tripod feet and the extension rod make this incredibly user-friendly. It also folds down to a really compact size, and I also love the ability to rotate it from horizontal to vertical in a matter of seconds. No need for re-rigging and trying to get it all to work. Which brings me to the battery life. So the Mobile 7 has a battery life of up to 10 hours, which is a significant upgrade from the Mobile 6. This is more than enough to power throughout the day, and even better, you can use the Mobile 7 to charge your phone. And this means you can continue to shoot throughout the day without having to worry about battery life. As with any product, the Mobile 7 isn't without its drawbacks, so let's touch on a few so we can get a bigger, well-rounded picture. One issue that I noticed with the Mobile 7 is its limited tilting range. There were often times where I was filming at a certain angle that I would exceed the gimbal's range of motion, and when this happens, the stabilization was thrown off and would kind of ruin my shot. If you find yourself trying to film at extreme angles or trying to get really creative with your camera movements, there may be some times where you get a little bit of wobbliness, and that either might ruin your shot, you have to redo it again, or you might have to try to fix it in post. The next con is its limited weight capacity. So if you plan on shooting with accessories on your phone like an ND filter or lenses, you will need to be cautious of that. This is the filming rig that I went out to shoot with, the iPhone 15 Pro Max with an ND filter, and this was definitely pushing its limits. But I would say that this did hold up pretty well. I would recommend though a smaller phone or using less accessories will yield better results. And now I want to touch upon the size and the portability. And I would say for a phone gimbal, this is pretty average or even compact if you decide to fold it down. However, if you're someone who's really on the go and is looking for some really compact gear. There are some other options like the Osmo Pocket 3. Just look at the size difference between these two. If you're looking for something very discreet, this is definitely smaller and easier to take with you. With the phone gimbal, it is something you're gonna have to think about and take with you. And honestly, there may be times when you don't want to use a gimbal. However, there are some major advantages when shooting with your phone compared to the Pocket 3. Number one, you probably already have one, so you just need to pick up a gimbal and you're ready to go. Two is its multiple focal lengths. This was super helpful for me as I was filming today. Not only was I able to shoot with the normal wide lens, but I could shoot with the ultra wide or even the telephoto 120mm lens. For example, this shot of this alligator, obviously I didn't want to get too close, so I switched over to the telephoto lens, and this gimbal was able to smooth out even at that long focal length. So while those are a few cons of the Mobile 7, I don't think that any of these are deal breakers. It really just depends on what kind of shooter you are and how you will take advantage of it and if it's worth it for you. And speaking of, let's talk about the price point. The Osmo Mobile 7P comes at $149, or if you want to save a little bit of money, get a more compact version without all the bells and whistles, you can get the Osmo Mobile 7 for $89. And in my opinion, if I was only shooting content with my phone, the Osmo Mobile 7P would be the first accessory I would buy if I was filming on the go. Not only is it a great gimbal, but you also have the Mic Mini receiver, you have the tracker, the LED light, a selfie stick, a little tripod stand. This makes it more than just a gimbal. This is a full-on mobile rig that's capable of capturing high-quality video and audio with ease. The only thing that I would wish for in a Pro model is the ability to record to an external SSD. This would be perfect for shooting and not ever having to worry about storage. With that being said, let me know your favorite feature of the Mobile 7, and if you want to learn more tips on how to shoot great video with just your phone, then check out this video right here.